Let's get it. Yeet. Do, 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 do. Sorry about that, guys. It's my dogs. Okay, that's what I want to do. I'll drive. Do 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 do. Don't bring me down. Can you please close the door? Do 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 do. Trying to find a drift car in this game is so hard. I've literally bought every car, and there's only 3 cars that have really stood out that are worthy of drifting. Well, 4. I mean, the MX-5 is... The Fox body's alright. Everybody says the Fox body's amazing. But it's not really. I find the MX-5 a good starter car to drift with, like, when you're just starting the game. And then I tried out all the ones, and then the only other ones I found were the RX-7, the Corvette, and then obviously the Huracan. Huracan's the best one to drift with if you really want to rack up those points and like set high scores and stuff like that. Like the Corvette and the Huracan are the best choice. As you can see, I would show you guys all my cars, but one of them is inappropriate for YouTube, and I really don't want my video getting flagged or anything like that. So, but this is what I have. These 2 cars, or this car right here, I'm building still. This one's fully built. It's a drag car. That's my RSX. That's a drag car. That's my drift car. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one right here. I've tried making it a drift car before. Didn't really work. I got the Fox body right there. That's my buddy's. My buddy made that, and he wants to he says it's a great drift car. I drifted it. It's pretty good. That's my sprint car that I use for like sprints and shit like that. Oh, maybe I did sell the other Lamborghini. I did. Oh, snap. Well, whatever. And I got rid of my RX-7 too. I just felt like switching things up a little. This thing's pretty quick. Like if you look at it. If you look at my setup, like it's complete drag setup, stock wheels on the rear. And then drags on the front. Toyo R888s. I wish. Those are sick though. I think it's pretty quick. If you look at the time here, it's a 9.2 second car in a quarter mile. That's pretty good, especially for an RSX. An 893 with a car that weighs roughly around 2,700 pounds. That's pretty fucking quick too. So that's my baby. Tried going up against the GTI with it. Got dusted. The GTI is really quick because it's super light. But this is by far my all-time favorite drift car. And this one too. Like I don't even have the RX-7 anymore because there's really no need with these 2 cars. Like they just rack up the points so easily. Yeah. Yeah, I will. The mouse. There you go. Or orange ball. Got you. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, this is my favorite car too. And you'd think because it's pushing like over 1,000 horsepower, it'd be really, really good, like almost better than the Huracan in drifting. I mean, the Huracan's really good for drifting only because it's fast and it racks up points really, really, really easily. But the one thing I really like about the Corvette is it's really easy to maintain through tight turns and like transitioning from left to right, like easy to Scandinavian flick into a turn and stuff like that. But by far the Lamborghini is just easy to set high scores with. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. Like, even if you keep it stock and just completely stock, just throw a wrap on it, throw a set of rims on it, you know, lower it, camber it, do whatever you want. But if you just keep everything stock and don't really upgrade it, it's still a good drift car. So it's pretty sick. And the funny thing is I've like, let's see how much money I've accumulated on this game. I know there's a way to see. I can't remember now. Total bank. So I've made like 3.4 million on this game. And I've spent all that money, basically all that money, on upgrading cars and trying to find the right drift car. And honestly, like, I like this. I just wish there was more options that I could choose from, you know, so every now and then I could have something new to drive. But there's only really 4 cars that you can choose from this game. And I'm hoping the new one, the Payback one that's coming out, looks promising, and I hope it fulfills what it looks like. So I'm pretty stoked for that too. Brake too hard. Like, this thing is just, it's hard to tame because when it goes in a turn, the thing about the Corvette and the Lamborghini is when you take them into turns, they don't slow down, they gain speed, so the turn becomes a little wider. So if you're like in the mountains drifting and some of those turns are like really narrow, and if you take it at a really high speed, you're like on and off the gas, on and off the brake at the same time, and like it's just hard to tame. Like, the Huracan's a beast at drifting. Like, even me, I have a complete drift setup on this thing. This thing does not like to stay straight at all. And like, if you really want to hit long drifts, it's easy too on this. When you're in the right turn, see, it just pops out by itself. But see what I mean? How like it's really narrow and it's hard to maintain. Keep steady. But like, for example, this is pretty cool. Like, I have one of my personal favorite tracks, actually. I think it is one of my favorites. Like, on this Speedwall, I have like 611,000 on this one, and I'm trying to get 1 million on this one. It's easier said than done. Still having a hard time doing it. Oh, which one is it? This one right here, I'm pretty sure. Maximum Attack. This one's like really popular. But I scored like 733,422 points there, as you can see. Second place. But my goal is to hit 1 million on this track. And the thing that sucks about this too is like, you have to have a perfect run to get a really high score, and especially when you're like doing togeys, and like when you're doing togeys, it's hard to get that perfect run because the AIs in this game are just absolutely dumb. Like, I mean, the game cheats you a little bit sometimes. You know, you think you're about to have the perfect run, and then bam, they just run right into you and kind of screw everything up, which kind of sucks, but you learn to deal with it. Everybody's probably like, why those pipes, bro? Why those pipes in the back of the Lambo? Because drift car, that's why. No fucks given. Oh, see, it's like, see what I mean? Like, it's really easy to rack up them points with it, but she's hard to tame in these turns. See? Like, she just wants to go wide. It picks up so much speed when you're drifting. Like, this is literally, if you're trying to get like a really high score and you're trying to hit some points, this is literally the car you want. This or the Corvette. Like, I would suggest practicing with the Corvette before switching to the Lamborghini. It would definitely help out a lot because the Corvette's fast, just like the Lamborghini. The only difference between the Lamborghini and the Corvette is the steering in this is a lot more loose. so that's why it's harder to control. Like, I don't even really need to use the brake to put it into a drift. Oh man, and I'm doing absolute shit right now. This is like probably gonna be one of my worst runs. Oh yeah, this is definitely my worst one. Not the cleanest I've had. Oh, boss buddy. How the hell are you keeping over your marathon? Like, easy 21,000 points just from that turn. Probably hit 30 on this one. Yep. See? Like, it's just so easy. It's just like raking it in. Like, as if the money was actually going to lose. DK. Yeah, this is definitely a shitty one. Oh, I didn't even hit that shit really good. Funny thing is I was playing on my brother's account the other day, and I had a perfect setup on it, and I kind of like that setup better than what I have right now, but I can't remember how to do it. Like, usually I score, like, on an average, on a shitty run, like, this is the shittiest run I've done in a long time. On average, I'm usually, like, at 550, right? So, that kind of sucked, but whatever. I might as well pull out the Corvette so that I can see what that one's like compared to what I was doing. No, it's been a minute since I've driven the Corvette. There we go. So, like, I'll show you guys the setups that I have too, in case you want to, like, get a rough idea of what my setups are. This one, I got really lucky. It didn't take me long at all to tune it, actually. I got really lucky. I just kind of went off an intuition, and the first time I tuned it ended up being the perfect tune for it, so I'll just scroll through it slowly so you guys can see. Oh, I don't have sway bars on this? Not that it really matters, but I guess I didn't fully upgrade this car. I thought it did. Sorry if you hear that ringing. That's my cat's toy. And then while we're here, I might as well just show you. I mean, I think it's a pretty good tune. Others might disagree. You know, everyone has their own opinion. But if you do want something to base it off of, there you go. Here's everything you need to know about my personal tune. And I'm sure if I adjusted it better, I could probably get the handle a lot better. No doubt. But, I mean, it rips in corners, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm hitting pretty big numbers on average, so that's all that really matters. I mean, that's what everyone wants, right? I never go power because when I use the nitrous in turns, and I made a simple mistake once by setting it all the way to power, it actually straightens you out. If you use duration, it just gives you enough boost. So if you're going into a turn and you're too slow and you notice your car is like losing power and it starts to straighten out or starts to turn in too much towards the turn, then just hit that NOS button. Like, just tap it. Don't hold it. If you just tap it, it will literally like bring you back into the turn. You just gotta tap it so you can like extend your turn. That way you get mad points, mad skids. pull out the Corvette. Alright, let's do this. I need to get a laptop again, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys like an idea of how much more controlled it is. So here we go. Like I can really control it. So you can't do this in one everything. No way in hell you can do everything you do. Tap the NOS, get that extra skids point. Funny thing about Need for Speed is if you use the RSX or like a front wheel drive car, you can still drift. I mean, people call it power sliding and front wheel, but it's funny because like you can literally have your car sideways. It's crazy. Oh, wrecked. But yeah, that's how the Corvette handles on this tune. It's pretty nice. Personally, I like it, and I got really lucky because when I had the RX-7 and like the MX-5, I spent like hours and hours tuning it, trying to get that perfect setup. And even then, the RX-7 was really peppy, right? Like the RX-7 has a mind of its own, kind of like the Huracan. Like they're both difficult cars to tame. And like this car, the Corvette, in my personal opinion, if you're doing the Gymkhanas, do not use the Huracan. My personal opinion is use the Corvette because it is really easy to control and like you can really set them high scores. And that's what everybody wants, right? Like I use the RX-7, I use the Unicorn, I've used the Lamborghini, I've used the MX-5. I've used a lot of vehicles in Gymkhanas, and the best result from the Gymkhana that I got was with the Corvette, which is pretty cool. So I was happy to see that. It's kind of disappointed because I was so hyped for this game, and it just sucks because there wasn't that many updates. This is just card, but I can try and drag this BRZ. Go. You can have the head start. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, they cheated. Poor connection quality. Gotta love big garages. Controlled and swing. Bam! Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. Oh. Brings a tear to my eye. Oh. And like, I'm not, like, I am a fan of muscle. I can't lie. I like JDM, I like muscle. I definitely do not like German engineering, so sorry to all you V-Dubs fans out there, and Beamer fans, Mercedes fans. I despise German engineering. I don't know why, I don't know much about it, I guess. Like, I do my work on my own personal vehicles, and I've never really touched a German vehicle. Yes, I know. But Campan, you have a fucking Volkswagen in the garage. Yes, I get it, I know. It's the fastest ride car in this game, or one of them. So that's why I got it. But if I had to choose a car that I could own right now, it would definitely be an RSX with a K20 swap, and I'd probably go twin scroll. if I'm not in a career, obviously. Get some nice drag radios on there. K-Tune billet box, K-Tune everything. And just be like pushing close to 900 horsepower, dust and V8s and sixes all day. And everybody's like, Honda, bro? That's so race, though. Yeah, it's race, but VTEC is literally the ideal race motor or drag motor that you could get. Revs out at 10,000 RPMs. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Let's give this a go. See if there's anyone to drag. I have literally no one viewing or no one commenting on my broadcast. Let's warm up them tires. I mean, for an RSX, you gotta admit that's pretty quick. Mad skills, you see that? I was supposed to resume that I could race real quick. You know what? I always do better. What am I doing? Sorry guys, I had a brain fart. I have a special air filter in this thing that produces the air in the game to JDMs. So JDMs are flying out of my exhaust for extra power. Oh shit. Oh, should I try and beat this Porsche? I doubt I will. I mean, it will be really close. He got a head start. Oh, and I'm catching him. That's crazy. He had a head start and I caught him. Fuck that. Blows the transmission. Over revving too hard. Oh, see what I mean? Like, front wheel drive cars aren't supposed to do that. I need to get back to that straightaway, dude. Oh, losing. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. This is Camp In, and I'll see you guys next time.